Oh, the gruesome sight of one troop deployed. Daddy Furious screams, "I am annoyed!" A dance of ants on the altar's ground. Where is the war? This is just Clown Town. He slams his fist on the strategy board. One troop. I'm straight up floored. Is this a fight or a goddamn parade? I have seen more action in a T1 trade. Daddy fumes. His rage takes flight. Who thought this shit was a strategic delight? While we sit here in this altar crawl, the map goes to hell. Fighters stall. Expansion's the point, not this calculated joke. It's a waste of my troops, my time, my cloak. Line up the armies, unleash the wrath. Not this weak sauce, one soldier mass. His commanders stutter, afraid to chime, as Daddy paces, cursing the time. Mark my words, this nonsense dies. I'll burn the altar before I compromise. And so he swore, with fire in his veins, to leave one troop altar fights in chains. For Daddy Furious, the mission's clear. Give me conquest or get me a beer. Altars are a small edition in 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝓎, where you get a chance to fight and gain honor. Altars give more honor points than ancient ruins. They become available around week 3 and once you are in zone 6 in your 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝓎. There are 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝒹𝓎s where I like altar fights, and there are 𒟹𝒹𝒹𝒹𝓎s where I don't like altar fights. I'm talking about the ones where you can dispatch all your marches instead of only one at a time. And the reason I don't like one march altar fights is because, number one, it's not that fun, it feels repetitive and boring, and it's super slow. And number two, you get less kill points for your efforts. For example, if you use a 50% expansion only to be able to fight with one march, that is a waste of expansion in my eyes. So I only use 25% expansions for altars, since these things are pretty valuable and expensive. I don't remember the last 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝓎 I played where I could fight in altars with all my 5 marches, but I believe it was 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝓎 and maybe Siege of Orleans. The all other 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝒹𝓎s I played was one march dispatch only, like Heroic Anthem, Tides of War, and the brand new 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝒹𝓎 that I currently play in, King of all Britain. I believe the idea of one troop altar fight came from the Heroic Anthem 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝒹𝓎. It's an OG 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝒹𝒹 which was very painful to play, since you had that entire map covered in fog, and you had to clean it tile by tile, like back in the day in your starting home kingdom. I think nowadays the fog is removed, thank goodness, or it will be completely removed once you play Heroic Anthem the second time, so you still have to clean it if it's your first Heroic Anthem. So my ideal plan is to get rid of the one march altars and instead either make them accessible by all marches or increase the number of marches you can dispatch to at least 3. Not only this makes it more fun and enjoyable to play, but also makes your expansions and boosts worth using. I also have the impact of towers and their influence on the gameplay of altar fights. Kingdoms who invested more in towers have an upper hand and can place them inside the altar border and kill every march that is running around and trying to stop your alliance from contesting the altar. So I would say the current altar meta is to have these 3 things. Number 1, it is the numbers. In altars, quantity beats quality. It's a known fact. Best example is 93 versus 1960 and 2489, or my current 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝒹𝓎 2377 versus 3310 and 1718. So the numbers beat quality. Number 2, it's fast marches with AoE. You need march speed to get in and out quick, and you need the AoE to inflict damage and debuffs on as many targets as possible. And number 3, as we already discussed, towers. So these 3 things, numbers, speed and AoE, and towers are the current meta in the altar fights. Now a few marches that perform insanely good in altar are Hermann with 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝓎, Hermann primary because of the march speed, Scipio with Ragnar, Huo with Juan, or Nevsky with Juan, Scipio with Liuce, and Valas with Liu or Liu with Alex. These 6 marches perform insanely good and are meta inside the altar fight. A few other buffs that can give you an upper hand in the altar are alliance skills, king skills, and ruins. The best civilization for altar fights is Ottoman because you get both march speed and a skill damage bonus, and the best city skin is Twilight Falls because again it's free and you get a skill damage bonus. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. I just wanted to talk about the current problems and issues with the altars, and we also talked about the current meta for altar fights and how you can win an altar for your kingdom. In my 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝒹𝓎, we had so far 2 altars. The first altar was good. We had a decent fight, and we did end up capturing the altar in less than 2 minutes. The same for our allies, they did win the altar against 2377, because in their case, the numbers beat quality. But in our case, we were the quality, and we beat the numbers. I know it's a bit weird, and it goes against what I said, but it's only because our enemies, they did not invest in many siege marches, right? And that was their main issue. That's why they lost to us. even though they had more numbers, because in their case, they are 2 kingdoms in one camp. That means 1,200 accounts, right? But our camp is only 1 kingdom, and that means only 600 accounts, right? So if they use their farm accounts and they invested in siege marchers in towers on their farm accounts, they would have had a chance on beating us. But they didn't, and that was their problem. In the first altar, I gained about something like 40 million kill points, which is like nothing. It's barely like a scratch on my booty hole. If I were to use like 5 marches, it would have been way higher than just 40 million, right? So that's why I hate it. I'm just saying like it's super slow and it's a waste of expansion if you use it only on 1 march at a time. You see my point? And on the second altar, it was pretty much no fights because it was 6 a.m. European time, right? So we just went to different altars and we stayed AFK the whole time. I believe we are going to have 1 more altar fight before we go into Kingsland. Oh, I'm sorry, before we go for pass level 7 and then Kingsland. So let's see what happens. I think it's going to be fun and I'm looking forward to it. And then pass level 7 and then Kingsland, the main juice, baby. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Until then, stay furious, take care, and peace out, boys.
They talking crazy about you. They said
brother,
they smash
who
you.
cares? Who cares, brother? Who cares, brother? Who cares? Today, smash.